Hello everybody, welcome back to our last video before 2022.
Seems kind of fitting, huh?
Yeah, seems kind of fitting, especially since we're entering in the third year of the pandemic.
Yeah, but it seems like we're almost there.
We're talking about,
Oh,
as you've seen in the thumbnail, Don't Look Up, the latest Netflix movie, directed by Adam McKay, who did The Big Short, a lot of comedies, but when he does serious material, it's like, goddamn. Okay.
okay. Yeah, sure. This is a serious, story, but it's like satire at the same time. It's like very odd.
Yeah. And the cast is like high caliber premium wagyu type, like
Oh.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, which we haven't seen in a long time.
You know, Enzo's not a beef connoisseur. High premium Wagyu Kobe.
Jonah Hill, Meryl Streep, Kate Blanchett,
Uh-huh.
Chris Evans for like a tiny bit. Am I forgetting anyone else? Tyler Perry, and like one of the
Mark
few
Rylance is here as well. He's
Yeah,
the guy
Mark-
from.
Bridge of Spies.
Is that you? Yeah. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah, Mark Rylance.
Right. Mark Rylance. Sorry.
He seems like the calmest dude on earth, unless you've seen the trial of the Chicago 6 or 7. I don't know.
I haven't seen that yet. I want to watch that.
That's good.
Timothy Chalamet. I think you mentioned
Tim-
him already.
Timothy Chalamet, you're like, goddamn, this cast is impressive.
Yeah, and and I love it when the cast is so self-aware. Like even Ariana Grande, like props to you. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, Ariana Grande and
Chris
Kid
Evans was
Cudi.
here.
I was about to think
Kid Cudi was here.
I'm like, that's not him. Sorry, I'm like, who's the rapper who's always in
Yeah.
movies?
Okay. Look. To be fair, me and Enzo aren't the biggest listeners of rap.
Yeah,
So.
that's not definitely T.I. or the other rappers I used to listen to, so I had to Google. I'm like, oh, it is that guy.
I do love Kid Cudi's music though.
Yeah, he was in Need for Speed, that weird Rami Malek and Aaron Paul movie.
Yeah. He was a helicopter guy.
Yeah, but wow, this movie is frustrating to watch, especially in these times where like I said this before, like if this movie came out in a world where a pandemic never happened, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Why wouldn't anyone listen to scientists? Oh, okay.
Sorry. Anyway, I'm just saying, Meryl Streep, holy shit, good job. Because I loved you in so many movies, and here I fucking hate you. Then again, you were in Mamma Mia, and I loved you there. Sorry. Devil Wears Prada as well. I hated her there too.
Yeah, she is just shows the range of like, oh wow, she's really lovable, and oh wow, she's very politically active. But here, like, fuck you and everything you
Yeah.
stand for.
No, but I love it that she knows who she's playing. And
Yeah.
we all know who she's playing.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
mm.
good.
And
Very
if you
good.
know her politics, you're like, good on you, Meryl Streep.
I love it that she had full range just to make fun of it. I'm like, I'm happy for you, and we wish we were all in your shoes.
The cherry on top was the "Don't Look Up" hat. You're like, okay.
Yeah, that was like, oh. I was like, I love that.
But it starts out kind of enthusiastically. You're like, hey, we discovered a new comment, and everybody's
Yeah.
celebrating. And then Kate's like, why is it getting lower? And then you're just like, oh,
It's
no.
getting closer.
Yeah.
That's the scary part. But I love Jennifer Lawrence's like. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Not Jennifer Lawrence. Sorry. Leonardo DiCaprio. I love his fucking performance here, man. This is not the Leo I know. This is not the charismatic business guy. I see him in a lot of movies, except for, The Departed and Titanic and
A lot of other things.
yeah.
This is like
But
an
Blood Diamond as well.
anxiety-ridden scientist.
Yeah, like this guy has pills for everything that's wrong with him. Something wrong with his leg. Something wrong with his anxiety. He's depressed and like he has stomach problems from here to there, breathing problems as well. I'm like, my
Like-
God.
Like when he started getting a panic attack, like I felt like I was getting a panic attack.
Yeah, and I loved how he acted here. You could tell that he wasn't the confident guy. He's not the loudest voice in the room kind of character, and like, holy shit, I loved watching him here because this is like a character I haven't seen him as. The guy who has anxiety attacks mid like conversation with somebody like the president. I don't know. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, and like the opposite of him is Kate, played by Jennifer Lawrence, where if he's the quiet type, she's the loudest one in the room, and she
Yeah,
gets
she's.
scrutinized the most. And you're like, just fucking listen to her.
I love Jonah Hill's commentary. Would you shut up, boy with a dragon tattoo? I was like, that is so good. And yeah, speaking of that, like, just imagine, just imagine you discover a comet like comet, enter last name, whatever it is, and then you find out it's actually planned to destroy you,
Hmm.
and now your name is just cemented on the thing. Now, to be honest, I would keep that with pride.
It's like, it's another dino killer.
Yeah, like just imagine a comment, my last name, and I was like, yeah. To be honest, I was like, that's kind of cool. But then again, it was used against her in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how can we trust you for giving us information? The comet that's gonna kill us is named after you. I was like,
You feel real
But-
bad for her too, because after her freak out on the Kate Blanchett show, she becomes a meme. Like, of course, you become a meme.
I mean, yeah, that is a given. Like
Yeah.
that is a thing here in our day and age. Like, I swear, if you just go balls out crazy in live television, you will become a meme.
Yeah, anything you do on interviews or like if a paparazzi like takes pictures of you, like that's sad. All those sad Affleck memes. You're like, oh, there we
Dude,
go.
not just that, even Keanu. Like Keanu's just minding his own business, eating like donuts, and he looks sad, and people took a picture of him and called it "Sad Keanu." I'm like, maybe he's just deep in thought. Who knows?
Yeah, like when do you see the one where Affleck is smoking a cigar? And he's like,
Not a cigar. It was just a cigarette.
yeah, I'm like maybe he had the time of his life before smoking. Leave him alone. Or like when the interviewer was like, what do you think of BBS performing badly? And he's just like,
He just
I think at that point he was also going through his divorce. You're like, just leave the man alone, Jesus Christ.
yeah.
But yeah,
no, of course, interviewers and journalists they don't care about that shit.
yeah, and of course the internet is ruthless because you've seen the memes of Jennifer Lawrence. You're like, of course the internet would do that. Of course.
Yeah. Wait, are you talking about Kate or Jennifer Lawrence?
Kate.
Kate. Okay.
I just like also like how oblivious Randall is to internet culture. It's like, can they do that?
Yeah. I think that's Photoshop. I was like, no shit. You were there.
And also I wanted to kind of, I don't know, I don't want to get in trouble, but like scream at the people of the New York Times. You're like, why don't you believe them either? Aren't you supposed to be like the best publishing site in the U.S.? How come when you're like, oh, your story, you went crazy, we can't publish you anymore because you didn't get enough clicks? Like, really?
Is that how it was in the movie?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. It is. I mean, that's how it works. It is a satire, yet still like an informative movie of like, hey, this is how our world works. Sucks. But yeah.
But yeah, the comment just represents the whole truth, as Alfred said. Like, why? Maybe you should give the truth its time of day. Stop avoiding it.
Yeah.
But again, it's just frustrating for it to fall on the lines of us versus them. We're like, why? Why? It's up in the fucking sky. They took pictures. It's coming for us. It's imminent death. And you're like, no, bro, don't look up.
Oh no. Hey, no. I was in the Navy. I know what's real. I was like, no, but you remember that one guy? Like they had Ron Perlman on the ship, and then they launched it, and they're like, oh no. I was like, oh, is it coming back? Like, no. It's like changing its course. Yeah, don't worry. They do this all the time. I would know. I'm in the Navy.
Like, you flew rockets in the Navy?
I didn't know that was a thing. Okay.
Uh,
I mean, yeah, I know some. I know like some people who were from the Navy became astronauts, but I'm like, you're still in the Navy, right?
I also love and hate how problematic Ron Perlman is when he's like going up the sky. It's like,
He was just being racist and fascist and downright white supremacist the entire way up.
like the people at NASA were like,
The hard-working white people, as you know, like, that's your hero, everybody.
yeah, the general's like, he's of a different generation. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's what everybody said. Every time he said something out of line, he's like, it's from a different generation.
And like,
Dale.
it's also frustrating when the first time they come to Meryl Streep, they're like, she's like, we'll just assess it. It's no big deal. But when it gains traction, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. We'll do something about it.
Yeah, because it works within her strategy of, like racking up the polls. I really hope the real world isn't like this. Sadly, it is.
Yeah,
like if there was a catastrophic event about to happen, I feel like this will happen.
Yeah, we've seen it play out already. You're like, oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
holy shit, it did happen. Now that you mention it, holy shit, it did happen. That is
it also happened in real time, just like the past few years. We're like, oh, okay. And he just wants to beat her actor of a competitor. Like, it's not the first time the U.S. has ever, elected a person that caliber. I want to go too much.
What caliber? Anyway.
The actor time. Ronald Reagan was an actor, and so was.
Oh, right, he was.
The other guy. I don't want to mention him.
I forgot about that. You gotta love that one photo of her with Steven Seagal, and that's when I knew I was like, oh, this is bad news.
And she's just proposing, like, we'll do this until, like, the very last minute where the Steve Jobs, like, guy's like, I need a word with you.
Forgot his name. Peter something.
Yeah. The most frustrating thing. One of the most frustrating things is when they're like, we can make money out of this. And Randall's like, what good is that going to do when it's going to kill us all? And Jonah Hill's like, oh no, what if we're rich? We're like, I want to.
Oh no, what if we're rich and sick? No, that was like pure ignorance, like, kind of character. Like, it is very weird. There are a lot of people like that. They never think of the other outcome of like, yeah, sure. When that thing gets here, we could mine all of the things and make profit from it and stop world hunger. But you're forgetting on how it's gonna come. It's coming down hard.
Yeah,
it's coming up fast.
It's not like you can attach parachutes. You're like, oh, it's not. There's no safe landing. Though to be fair, when Jonah Hill did say that, I was like, I want to go there and deck him in the face, really hard.
Oh yeah, no, but I love these actors because they play assholes so well because there are assholes, and even the Alex Jones, like the parody of Alex Jones was so funny.
Did you recognize who that was?
I remember he's
the Thing from Fantastic Four.
He's the Thing. He also played that cop from that one show. I forgot it was called.
Gotham.
Yeah, he was in Gotham. No, there was another cop show, like.
Yeah, he's doing TV mostly now, but like I kind of miss him.
Yeah. I loved him here because I was like, he looked exactly like him. It's very fun.
Like all you're missing is the frogs and what they do.
Yeah, Ariana Grande is here as well.
Yeah,
surprisingly, I'm like, as I mentioned at the beginning, it's like, props to you for like, I love the song. I love the song so much. Like, it's not even like, how songs are like, somewhat poetic, kind of like, oh, this represents this represents that. No, this one's very on the nose, and it's so fucking funny. I was like, whoever wrote this song is amazing. Kid Cudi and Ariana Grande, you did great.
I love how she plays up, the dumb celebrity type too, like the, oh my god, I have a shooting star in the back of a tattoo of a shooting star on me. It's like, I'm sorry about your breakup.
And she's speaking to like the astrologist. They're like, yeah. Wait,
and then Randall's
shit. No, I think I got it wrong.
Astronomers.
Sorry, I got that.
And then Leo's like, I heard about your breakup. It's like, why don't you mind your own business, you fuck? Like, oh. And you see Kate's reaction, like,
whoa. No, but that's the thing though. It's on the news and you're gonna talk about it. So what are you trying to talk about? Minding your own business. You put your business out there. So yeah, there's that dumb like pop star kind of thing that she has. But so again, good on you, Ariana Grande.
I also like how slowly the tone of the movie turns from like it is kind of funny to I'm sad now.
Do you know exactly where it turned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, where Leo has his outburst on the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that speech was so fucking good.
No, I like before going back a bit when Kate's
Oh.
arrested again and she's going off grid. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Do an online petition and overthrow the government?
Petition?
Can't you see the chaos outside? She's like, I can't.
I got the bag over my head. And I love how it's a direct attack to her.
Yeah.
Like the FBI or the police don't do this. It's only the CIA, but like Jonah Hill told them to do it. And it's so fucking
She also
funny.
takes a dig at DiCaprio because he's having an affair with Kate Blanchett.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is very this is like very what do you call it? Scorsese.
Yeah.
Like that he cheats on his wife. It's like, yeah. And gotta mention, talking about the wife, that's a solid ass wife. I go like, yeah, she did cheat though at the start, but then y'all equal now. I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
But she was very nice, very lovely.
I like how when she's confronting Randall, that he's like basically hiding against the wall, like, please don't hurt me. I am.
Oh yeah, and then she's like throwing pills on him. He's like collapsing under his own weight. He's like,
It's like you're a piece of shit, Randall.
Oh yeah, he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like getting internet famous and being called what was he called again? A sylph. A sylph.
Astronomer. I would like to fuck. Like, oh,
yeah.
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, it was like, yeah, when that is put on you, yeah, I would say the fame would get to your head.
I also like Timothy Chalamet's like small role here, where you saw him regal as fuck and doing now he's just like super bro. It's like
He's super bro.
exactly. Like at the end, he's like to DiCaprio's wife, like, "Have you, do you game, bro? I have a Twitch name." And Kate's like, "I don't think she even. Let's just go."
Like, what makes you think I game? I was like, what?
But yeah, after Leo's outburst, it slowly turns the tone. We're like, I don't think this is a comedy anymore.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it that it takes that turn.
Yeah.
Where, again, going back to the speech, that's not just for the movie. Like, holy shit.
I
This
feel
is
like,
for us. Like, this is not Leo, but maybe the writers or the director.
or maybe Leo himself just talking about his frustrations as well.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Whoever wrote this, or unless this was very ad-lib, hopefully it was. Like, damn. That shit deserves an applause. That speech deserves an applause. Sadly, it was cut off.
Yeah.
Because it goes back to him with a bag over his head.
I do like his freak out with coffee shop Elmo. Where it's like, kids, tell your parents that this president's full of shit.
No. He was like, what are the president's plans of us being saved? We're all gonna die. I was like, yes.
I also like how it was foretold when Mark Rylance is showing him the machines, and he's like, his other Teddy is asking him, is this peer reviewed? I'm like,
Yeah, right?
I wonder if it is peer reviewed.
Yeah, that means it's gonna fail. I'm like, no. Some billionaire asshole, sure, he's smart as fuck. A little bit antisocial. I don't know what's up with the kids in this, screening.
Can I say something? No. Okay.
No. I'm like, alright.
Yeah,
But,
like you think a billionaire like that would have something peer reviewed where people are like, I think you need to correct this.
yeah. No, I mean, when it's, dealing with saving the world, don't you want to check if you could, 100% it? You know?
And
It's
just
very
gives
weird.
poor Randall shit. like your life is boring and you're gonna die alone. We're like, he's just asking questions that make sense. You're
Yeah,
just
these are important questions. The fuck?
how far is the stick up your ass, man?
Oh, there's a lot of stick up there eat everybody's ass in this movie, except for Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
And I would say Leo by the half, because Leo at the start didn't have a stick up his ass, got it midway, and then pulled it out at the end.
And also the tone turns when Teddy is told like Russia, China, and India try to do their own deflection mission, but it failed miserably. And
Yeah.
Cage is in disbelief, and Leo's just like freaking the fuck out. He's like, "Fuck!"
Oh, you gotta love every time Leo does that. Is like him like stepping aside, either doing this or fixing his glasses and going like screaming at the side. I'm like, and then it cuts off. I'm like, they do this with Leo all the time, and I love it.
Also, like when during Meryl Streep's rally, like, don't look up, and there's one guy going like, "What the hell is that?"
Exactly, which calls back to, and I thought they were gonna do the raid of the White House first. I was like, are they gonna do it? Because that's a very sensitive matter.
Yeah, because I was just this here.
Yeah, exactly. So, but like they look up and they're like, "Oh, she's fucking lying," which kind of goes to when the virus started like taking out some folks, and shit,
Shit.
yeah. But which is weird because no matter how like the comment's there, a lot of people still don't believe it. Like even it's showed in this movie.
Yeah, like you saw the different reactions when "Don't Look Up" "Look Up" started trending, as opposed to "Don't Look Up," where everyone saying "Look Up" were like like on leaning towards this side, or where everybody saying "Don't Look Up" was leaning towards this side, and you're like, it's incredible how divided the world is. Even though, again, death is coming right there.
What was the name of the actor who played Teddy?
Rob Morgan. He's like the detective character in Daredevil.
Right. I love this. I love this. Like when he was like being arrested by the FBI, he started to explain why his color, his skin tone was different compared to theirs, and I was laughing so hard.
I was laughing too, but at the same time, I was like, that's really uncomfortable too.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, this is fucked up, but how he's delivering it is so funny.
It's like the end of Rogue One, where if you're a rebel, it's like Sith Lords aren't real, even though Vader's coming closer and closer.
Right.
It's like Sith ain't real. Don't let them oppress our speech and get stabbed through the door. Like I guess they are real.
Yeah.
Um,
What else happened in this movie that was amazing?
I like how the scene where they're doing Mark Rylance's mission as opposed to saying Leo, Jennifer Lawrence, and Timothy Chalamet just go shopping for goods in a grocery shop that's being already looted. Like at least they're prim
And then
proper.
they're taking their time. They're like, this one looks manufactured. This one looks really good. I'll take this. And they're talking about like fingerling potatoes.
Can you see the difference between fresh salmon and factory made salmon? As someone in the background just like, be like, I need to run.
Like she's sprinting. I was like, ooh wee. I mean, I love that the change of tone with this movie like really went like from probably 50 to 100. Like the emotional impact of
Yeah.
this hit hard. Like he got a divorce with his wife, but this time he went out for groceries with Jennifer Lawrence and Timothy Chalamet to have dinner with his ex-wife and say sorry and put the thing behind us because it doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
There's a huge comet the size of Mount Everest gonna crash upon them. So what's the fucking point?
I found it funny when like every time Meryl Streep have like enthusiasm on her face, she's like, and then when shit goes wrong, she's like, oh.
Yeah. No, because when she's getting her comeuppance.
Yeah, like when the rocket started exploding, she's like, how many can we lose? And then when the drones start turning, but they get detached, they're like,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah. No, but you love how the Steve Jobs guy, he was like, when they asked him that actual question, we were like, how many can we lose? It's like us when the teacher asks us, what's the actual right answer? And you're like, uh, uh, uh,
The funniest part was the chain reaction explosion. Like you see from afar that it's not,
it's not even it's not even that big.
or it's not even in sync. Like, how is that supposed to cut an answer? Oh, it's not working. Okay, okay.
Right. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
And then Steve Jobs is like, see ya, Ramona, goodbye.
Yeah, they all no, but that shit was so funny because they're like, even Meryl Streep was like, I gotta go to the bathroom as well. And she calls Leo, and Leo's like, yeah, we're not getting on the rocket that you guys made. I want to be with my family for our last moments. Have fun with Jason. She was like, Jason? Oh, fuck! I was like, that was so good.
I did feel so sorry for the other controllers because one girl's like, I need to be with my husband. The commander's like, I need to be with my daughter. We're like, okay, this is not funny
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, they pulled them away from their homes, thinking that their cause would actually do something, but it didn't.
Yeah. And then you like see multiple perspectives of the asteroid approaching. Like one girl's in in the field and it gets super bright. You're like, oh, okay, that's not good.
No, but I mean, like, when this shit. Okay, question. When this shit would actually happen, what would you do? Until like last, like they tried, it failed, and then it's just coming. What would you do?
I would be with a certain someone, maybe.
Okay.
How about you?
And then, damn, I don't have a certain somebody, sadly. So like, I'll be with my family, but like at that time, I would have just accepted. I won't be running, screaming, crying, or I'm like,
It's imminent death anyway.
yeah. I mean, plus, I'm going out with a comet hitting me, so I'm like, how cool is that?
But you see everybody living their last few seconds, like the Asian couple at the beginning when it's approaching already. You see them like having sex. You're like, of course, I can't blame you. for
Yeah,
doing that.
oh, that's nice. Well, I mean, of course, we also get an overview of like an orgy.
Like, again, can't blame you. Do what you want to do. It's the end of the world.
It's like I was actually kind of looking at it, I was like, what the hell are you doing? Oh.
But like, I felt bad for the people like on the coastline just watching this. I'm like, well, not really.
Oh no,
that, 'cause it's
they were kind of cheering for it. They're like, let's go.
I just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and I love the cuts to like flashes of like, oh, a hippo with his baby, and like an insect, mitosis or something like that. I don't know. It was like I love those like clips that they show of like planet Earth as a gem.
Yeah, and Leo, Jennifer Lawrence, and the rest of them are just having dinner talking about store-bought apple pie. I didn't even know that was a thing in the U.S. We're like, really? You buy them in the stores?
We have to make them here. Wow, it is very bright. Is there a comet outside?
I should look up once in a while.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you're like, when's the moment gonna happen? And you see like, Teddy's just sipping coffee, and the house is just breaking apart in slow
Wait.
motion.
Like, it is very. It is a very heavy scene though because they are talking just like how they would talk at the dinner table. But at the back of their minds, they know this like thing is coming.
Yeah.
But they're doing their best to just keep it as like the table's fucking shaking, the room is shaking,
They're losing electricity.
they're losing electricity, and they're still going on about like store bought food, and they're like they're trying to keep it together as best as they can, and they did it to the end. I'm like, damn, this is kind of sad now.
I think the dialogue that hit me the most was like Jennifer Lawrence going, "At least we tried," and Teddy goes, "Man, oh man, did we try?"
Oh, you try.
Yeah.
Like,
But you're like, when's the end gonna happen for them? Oh, okay.
yeah, and I love that it's slow mo. I love, sure, like after the slow mo, it was a very sudden like,
Just
burst
dust and flames.
no, it was like dust, water, then flames, and I'm like, damn.
Did you see like the 1,000-foot waves? Like, Okay, damn.
Like that shit wasn't even in atmosphere anymore.
Like, with the dinosaurs, they're just like, they didn't understand, like, oh, what the fuck is that thing supposed to be? Oh,
Right?
I'll just,
Ignorance. At that point, ignorance was bliss.
yeah. It's like, I'll just continue eating this Triceratops, and nothing's gonna happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with us, like, knowing that you have the power to prevent it, and you did nothing, you're like,
Especially in the speech of Leo, where he's saying that we could have deflected it. Why didn't we do it?
I think,
Feel the dread. Like they were so close to doing something, but there's always some like that thing in the way. It's either corruption or like greed and shit.
yeah. I felt bad for the CNN guy when it's like the asteroid is still intact. We just and then cuts to green screen and it's just like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta hate everybody here though, because they were scientists, for fuck's sake, who have actual proof and photographs of the thing. They've been telling them, "Hey, there's this thing coming." Everybody just brushed it off because, hey, screen presence, You gotta make it light and fun. They're like, shit, you guys are all idiots.
I do like how the rich fucks get eaten by the Velociraptor cassowaries.
Dude, when I was watching it, and what did the Steve Jobs guy say again? Like, how would I die? I don't know. I don't want to know. And he goes, "Oh, you'll be eaten by an what's this?
Brontorok, something like that.
Bontarok." I don't know what that means. I was like, I also don't know what that means. I had to look it up. I was like, what's a Bontarok? I got nothing. I had nothing. I was like, what the fuck is that? And then we get to the ending where they get to the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh, gotcha. That's how Maelstream's gonna go.
Yeah, I can't believe they filmed everyone in the nude too, right?
Yeah, there were a lot of boobs, badge, and penises.
Yeah, though I think Meryl had like a body double, which is perfectly fine.
For sure she did. For sure she did.
And then you get to the end credit scenes where you see that Jason's still alive, but like, there's no internet. Who the fuck are you vlogging to?
Hey man, you gotta keep your sanity somehow.
Sure.
The dude's pretty much a Fallout main character now.
Whoever the fuck is still alive, sure.
Yeah.
No, in the credits, did you see
alright though?
Jennifer Lawrence's phone that says your diet has ended? You're like, for fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
Oh, dude, I watched the entire thing, especially with Bon Iver's music going on. I'm like, this is perfect.
Man, this movie was a ride, and it's totally fitting, considering what we've all been through these past couple of months.
I'm just saying, this would have been our outcome. I mean, not exactly an asteroid hitting us. Sorry, comment. But like, it would have been the end of we would have been the end of the world. I don't know what happened to me there. If people didn't make the right decisions, and holy shit, there were many times where the people in charge almost made the wrong decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And especially what Leonardo DiCaprio said, like, we're all the same. We all want what everybody else wants. That we hope the people who are taking care of us take care of us. And at some points they don't.
Yeah, and he's like, as a species why can't we agree that asteroid is down the size of Mount Everest coming towards us is a bad thing? And if we started believing that it is a good thing, what the fuck is wrong with us?
Yeah, what happened to us? God, that speech really stuck to us, didn't it?
Yeah, because it's like, replace a few words with the other relevant words. You're like, fucking hell.
Dude, I was when I was watching this movie, and I had to do something like right after. Like I had to I only had a couple of hours to watch this. I kept rewinding the scenes. I was like, "It's such a good speech."
Same here, actually.
Yeah.
And like, man, this is a heavy movie for like Christmas. You're like, it must be a comedy. Okay.
I mean, it started out as a comedy, satire, that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, then again, it's very relatable.
very.
You know, it's very relatable.
Especially if you've been reading, headlines. You're like, it's kind of uncomfortable at this point. But sure.
God, I wish we'll be okay in years' time.
Yeah. Like, I
And
think
holy shit, Chris Evans is here as well, so surprising.
I think it's just Adam McKay's and everybody else's and the cast and crew being like, we need to say something about our current situation and make it not too obvious.
Oh, it was very obvious.
I mean, if you're just be like, this is a comedy, and some parts go over your head, you'll be like, I don't understand it. But if you really into like analyzing movies, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Like if you sit down and say and like have this movie as like turn off your brain, watch a disaster movie kind of deal. This ain't it.
Yeah, this is not Armageddon. It's not
Yeah,
a fun ride.
Yeah, you kind of have to be up to date with a lot of things to fully enjoy this movie. But then again, you will enjoy this movie nonetheless, even though if you don't know the current events of the past 2 years, because it's performed by amazing actors and it's written by an amazing writer and directed by an amazing director.
Yeah. Also, like the thing with his wife too. Like any other movie, I'm like, this is too quick. Why is she just taking him back like that? But like,
I mean,
you forget.
but this one,
There's an asteroid. You're like, okay, sure.
well, we don't have time anymore. We could all toss it into the dumpster and just accept it
Yeah.
because we don't have the time.
Like that's why she also says like, I fucked this jock guy while we were dating. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
like just something trend or something. Yeah.
And Leo's like, okay. Because in
I
his
mean,
mind,
fair
it's like, it's not like I'm gonna see him again.
Yeah, I mean it's fair enough. Like he slept with a very famous person, so what'd you expect?
Ultimately, what would you rate this movie?
Damn. I want to say I'm giving this one a 9. This one's a solid 9. I can't say there's a lot of like to hate in this movie. A lot of the things they got right.
Aside from the characters being horrible people, I forgot.
Yeah. And everybody played their parts so fucking well. And it's a jab to like us. Like, what the fuck are we doing nowadays? Like, yeah, I love this movie a lot.
Yeah.
And I would say, please watch this movie if you can. It's on Netflix. It's free. Well, Netflix ain't free, but like, if you got Netflix, it's free.
Yeah. I love Meryl Streep for jumping in the opportunity to be like the person she opposes the most in the government.
Yeah, and like, I say this is like a Chad move from Meryl Streep. Like, Chad as fuck move.
And you know the person. You know what? I'm not gonna go there. Never mind.
No, yeah, just let's not. Yes, geeks and degenerates, not a right way of politics kind of
But yeah,
channels.
I'm sure everybody else is like, good for you, Meryl.
Yeah, I'm happy for Meryl Streep that she played this part.
Yeah, I'll also give us a 9 out of 10. Like, I don't see any problems. Like, again, expecting this to be like a full-on The Other Guys or like Step Brothers comedy, you'll have a bad time. But watching this with an open mind and just figuring out shit for yourself, you're like, oh, I get what they're trying to do. It's not just current events. It's commenting on like politics, global warming, all that shit. And it's a very, I wouldn't say subtle tonal shift, but like the shift is like well earned by the end. Like, of course, then Jennifer Lawrence says it at the beginning. She's like, the end of the world. It's not really funny. It's very serious. It's a very no. You're saying?
Oh yeah, no. Go ahead, finish.
And yeah, it's a very well foreshadowed, for sure.
Yeah, and like, just saying, like, there is a message in this movie, and a lot of the times when a movie has a message, majority of the time you will roll your eyes, you'll be like, oh. But this one's actually pretty good. Like, you kind of accept it as it is, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's not an eye roller kind of message. This is on the nose of us. Like, they're right.
Like, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong.
You're definitely not wrong. Fuck, I can't speak today.
It's fine.
Blah, blah.
It's still somewhat holiday, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been our video on Don't Look Up. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What are the messages you took away from it? Um, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/geeksanddegenerates. I don't know how to follow that up, so I just want to plug in straight away.
I know, it's fine. It's fine.
We have a day, we have a Discord community, folks. Sorry, I can't speak apparently. We're so
If the end of the world were to happen, this is our last video. Good job, Enzo. I hope you live a fulfilling life.
we're still recovering from Encanto, folks. So there we go.
Yeah.
How about you, Jordan? Where can they find you?
Oh, you can
individually?
find me. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Fine. Fuck you. Cut me off. But yeah, you can find me at JomGeom. It is my Instagram art account, and I like to draw.
And you can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at Pendafos1995. Well, this is a very relevant thing to say. Please continue to stay safe, wear a mask, social distance, and get vaccinated if you can. Let's all not end like this movie, you know?
Please, I'm so happy we didn't end like this movie, but we're still not there yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Hopefully, we'll be celebrating by next year.
Oh yeah, hopefully together, face to face,
Hell
without
yeah.
a mask.
Well, yeah, that's all the time we have. We'll see you in 2022. Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye.